Certain long as you football health.
Okay, so the average American these days is overweight.
Yeah.
Despite all this information online, what can we do about that? What's the issue here?
I think a lot of it's just motivation. I mean, a lot of it has to do with our food, bro. You know, it's like, everything, they're putting so many chemicals and additives in our food, like people just don't know what they're eating. I mean, half the battle of everything is just knowing, like, what's going on. And you can't fix a problem you don't know there's a problem. You know what I mean? So they're thinking like, oh, I'm eating chicken that's healthy, but like processed foods from McDonald's and so on, right? They just don't know what they're eating. And I mean, you look at the serving, like the servings on the back of cans and foods and whatnot. It'll say, oh, it's 300 calories, but that's 4 servings per container. I think they're just getting that amount of calories, but they don't multiply it. Look at the serving size it's in the package, it's a full size, right? So I mean, a lot of it's just not knowing and not being aware. So I mean, making people aware, or telling companies like, hey, make sure you quit per container versus serving size. But if you get a pack of Skittles, right? You can eat a fourth of the bag of Skittles.
No,
And eat the whole thing, right? Yeah. I'm not saying Skittles per se is exactly what's going on, but it's you just pay attention to the serving sizes and whatnot. I mean, you can actually even easy math: 300 calories, 4 servings, right? 1,200 calories versus 100 if you can get it. And then people wonder why they're gaining weight, in fat mass or whatnot. And I think a lot of it too is that people looking at the scale too much, right? So they think like, oh, I'm losing weight, I'm getting healthy, I'm getting skinnier. You could be losing muscle at the same time, right? Or I'm like, oh, I'm gaining weight, I'm being unhealthier. You could be gaining muscle with not, decreasing or losing fat mass. So again, I'm half about just not knowing.
yeah. So like, let's say the average American they realize, okay, I'm overweight.
Mm.
I don't know how to get started. Like, what's the first step you think they should take?
Talk to a personal trainer, bro. I mean, everything's online. I mean, people have the resources available to them. It's just they try to get all this information through social media. And, you've seen it just as well as I have, right? Like, oh, do these 4 core exercises, or you only need these 2 core exercises to have your summer body. Or it's all bullshit. It's not about the exercise. Like, you're getting half of that was the diet. But most of the parts of the diet, right? I mean, you look at all the people on stage. You don't think they focus on their diet? That's most of where the work's coming from. You know what I mean? So, I mean, a lot of people just think like, oh, if I do these exercises, I'm good. If I just do what works for him works. Like, everybody's different. 2, nobody's telling you that you got to eat well because nobody wants to listen to that, right? They want to see like, oh, you got the easy tricks for it. If you do these exercises, you're getting the body that I want. Some listen to what you say, and you're just doing it for, a sales pitch, right? You just want to buy your program. You just want followers, you want the likes, you want the attention. You just want the notoriety from it, right? So, I mean, a lot of people are just kind of following that influencers versus like seeing a reliable source on basic. I mean, it's just not hard, bro. It's really not hard. I mean, a lot of people can do this on their own, and it's just nobody wants to hear like, oh, do your list, do your cardio. Nobody wants to do that. They don't want to walk and jog in the treadmill. They don't want to eat healthy. They want to do whatever they want. They listen to this guy. It's telling you that I eat 5 pieces a day, and that's not my body. Sitting by the needle all night. You know what I mean? So it's just not being aware, man. Is not taking advantage of the resources that are actually reliable.
That makes a lot of sense. So last question. There's so much fast food, so much convenience out there these days. What's the one thing that they can do to get off that if they're addicted to just, going through the drive-through all the time?
Man, fighting urges, I'd say I recommend all my clients to fight. You know what I mean? I try to make cooking fun. I try to make things that I like. But it's like, again, the convenience is the thing, right? If you're working 40 hours a week, what's the last one day you get home, you cook the whole meal. I mean, just taking the time to learn how to meal prep, make foods that are quick and easy. You can bake salmon in the oven, bro, for 15 minutes. It's not that hard. It's a healthy meal. Right? You can pre-cook it in the morning. When you get off from work, you can pre-make all your food at home. And it's just, about preparation, right? Just taking the time and managing. If you set it as a priority, it's going to happen, right? You go to work every day because it's a priority. You're not going to pay your bills and your rent because that's number one priority. If you put your diet, your health, and again, your healthy lifestyle as a priority, that's going to be it. You're going to make it happen. It's just people will only do certain things and find excuses not to do it because they don't want to list as a priority. Again, things are hard. If it's hard, everybody be doing it. But again, if you do the hard things, it's going to be worthwhile. That's good. That's really what it is.
Well said. Well said. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Exactly.